I was laughing when you did the TikTok Theo Von, the Theo Von one with the vapes in a well, baby. I was like, I know you be down there. Dude.
He's so funny. I can't help it. Anything he does. Like I want to do a lip sync like voiceover video. I can't. Anything he does, but some of them won't be. They just aren't going to hit right. So I just do the ones that I think are funny.
I had Riley Mao. He's produced a couple podcasts for me. And do you know who Riley Mao is? Mm-mm. Riley Mao is the unjackable Riley Mao, who never jacked off when he was.
Okay, yeah, that's him.
Right? So that's Riley Mao right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's produced a couple podcasts.
When Theo's like, you've never, like when he was saying he's never jacked that was great.
That's my boy. And now.
Are we recording?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And now plot twist.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm on Instagram the other day, and Riley Mao posts a picture, and it is of him with his girlfriend, and he got her pregnant. So his first girlfriend Riley Mao's ever had.
Yeah.
You nutted in that shit,
job.
Riley,
Nice
and you got her pregnant. We're clipping that.
Yeah, the guy probably.
God damn, bro.
He probably fires one off just by looking at a girl.
Dude, he definitely does, dude. He gets worse because you got to think about it. If you're Riley Mao, and you've never, if it's true, first of all, I've called Riley a liar a couple times on this, right? I've told Riley a couple times I didn't believe
one
it.
out on the rub out.
Yeah,
yeah,
on the rub out.
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel dirty to do it though when you're a beginner at it.
When you are a beginner, it does. But once you get through it,
it's like after the first time,
you're done.
I'm good.
You're jacking.
Yeah, that's normal now.
And that's why I think so. But I was down there, and I've done quite a bit of chatting with Riley. We've seen him on dates and stuff. He called me once he finally got it in that pussy, and he was all excited, And but yeah, now Riley Miles gonna have another unjackable running around this world, and
that kid's gonna rub one out as soon as he can.
Yeah. He's not gonna live up to those expectations at all.
This is
and everybody. Welcome to the podcast. And this is I'm here with Shawn Payne, my old boss. Go for real 216 on all the socials. We're here for a pretty cool podcast today, and we do appreciate you coming on here.
Thanks,
Shawn's been doing a lot of sales training lately, helping people in dealerships. When I knew him, he was a general manager, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah,
I'd say general manager.
Managing partner. I owned a small piece of the store. Derek was the majority owner.
Right. So, but we worked together. He worked more than I did, and
I was gonna say the we thing.
We were employed at the same place. We'll put it that way.
Right. You did all right.
I did not do all right.
You did fine when you were there.
I mean,
when you were there and awake, you did great. Honestly. It was just, there were times that you were not 100% all there.
You can't eat Xanax before work.
I don't know anything about that. I just know I don't know what you were eating. I just know there were days where I was like, he's useless. And then there were days where I was like, no, nice job.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it was like every other day.
Yeah,
you were like.
I was in a downward spiral. Quick.
And I say it in jest because we've all been there. You know what I mean? I've got my history too. I mean, we've all been down there. We've all hit rock bottom, and it's something that I believe is a blessing in disguise. Because if you go through that, you have the opportunity to maybe help somebody else that needs help one day. And that's how I always looked at you. Was hey, that guy just needs a hand right now. I've been there. If I can somehow be a part of his, getting back on the upswing or whatever, you have to do that. So I hope you're passing it on today too, as you've gotten healthier.
It's interesting. I appreciate you saying that. It is interesting to look. It's weird to look back on it now.
Yeah,
because it's just you're so unfamiliar with that.
Yeah,
you would just
who was that?
Well, you would just never do it.
Right.
You look back, you're like, oh, well, like I get that now.
Right,
but. You can. I do laugh at people. They'll be 3 months out, and I was at 1.2. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm changed.
Yeah,
I'm changed." Like, no, you're not.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't happen like that.
No, not at all. And I mean, it's like I said, I look at it now like a blessing. I had multiple decades of, being on a downward spiral. The problem in the car business, if you do happen to have that gene, is that, like for me, I could always make money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it took a long time for me to hit rock bottom because I could always make money. If I just went to work a little bit, I could make a lot of money.
That was the weird part about when I got hired with you. I mean, I was let me give you the lowdown here so you can understand that. February 14th was Valentine's Day. These
it still is, yeah.
Still, but at that time it was also Valentine's Day.
Back then it was too.
It was.
So that's
so my ex-girlfriend breaks up with me that day. Not a great day. Next day goes. That's the 15th. I just want to make sure you're staying with us.
That's after the 14th.
That's after the 14th. And I lose my job at KDK. Right.
Yeah.
Then I lose my house the next day.
Yeah.
Just a rough couple days.
Yeah.
But to your point, I got my job with you guys.
Yeah.
The day after I got my job, lost my job.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't. Yeah.
I wasn't unemployed for any amount of time.
No, and you weren't unemployable. You could still present well.
I appreciate that, but I was here. I think at first that was good, because truthfully, this might blow your mind. When you hired me, I was not drinking or doing any drugs. That wasn't even. That we haven't even gotten there yet. Maybe a couple drinks, but definitely no drugs.
Okay.
The drugs,
no drugs?
None, zero.
Okay.
No.
So you went from okay.
So drugs didn't start until about middle of March of that year. So
Okay.
I was employed with you for about a month.
Yeah, you got a
before-
couple of paychecks underneath your belt.
Yeah.
You got a little money in the bank. Pay your bills.
Pay your bills.
Let's go
I
out.
just moved.
Yeah, I
you know
get
what I
it.
mean. I'm single.
Yeah.
I'm miserable. And then I'll never forget going to a bar, and that was the first, not the first time, but that was the beginning of the downward spiral in the blow cane, baby.
Well, breakups, as tough as we want to sound and be and act, breakups can do that. And, you get your heart broke and you don't have a support system around you. I mean, you turn to let's face it, drugs and alcohol work. You put them in your body, they'll make you feel better.
Man, they do, don't they? Mm-hmm. I'll never forget when you sat me down. So for those who don't know, I just was like coming to work, just a mess.
Wrecked.
Just like a wreck. So like my daily, this was my daily. I'd wake up. All right, so I'd go. Let me start actually at the end of the day. I'd leave work.
Right.
I'd stop at the convenience store and
Sure.
I'd get like a pack of those like Fireball shots. Right.
Nice. Yeah, those are
Right?
classy.
And
Yeah.
the reason that is because you can't do cocaine without any balance. Okay, like
no.
I have to have a balance.
have
in there.
both.
You got to have both.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it at work because I had people that would know I was
Yeah.
doing it at work.
Yeah.
So I would leave work, and by the time I got to the bar or got home where I was going to drink my 6-pack if I had my son or wherever, I was already ready to go. I was rocking.
Yeah.
Then I would go to like 3 or 4 in the morning,
Yeah.
and I couldn't stop. And then I'd lay there in bed for like 2 more hours while my heart pounded.
Oh, I was just hoping you just
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. And then
Make it go
I'd
away.
wake up, and then I'd eat some Xanax to kill the anxiety.
Well, for sure.
And then, so that was like
Come to work.
and
Now
I-
it's time to work.
And it's time to go to work,
Yeah.
baby.
Let's go run a shop. Let's go run an automotive shop. Let's go fix people's cars. Dude, let's go fix some cars.
And what's funny, though, about
Yeah.
that is that's exactly how crazy it sounds to me now. That's exactly how it sounds to me now.
It is crazy, but I mean, and I'm not trying to minimize it, but it is crazy, certainly. But if you have the addict gene, that's not that crazy.
No, it's just
That's like,
functioning.
oh, I get it. That's probably what I would have done.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just knew you were in that period of time where, you had to, it had to get ugly. You know?
And I do appreciate, and I did want to say that to you. I do appreciate what you and Derek did do, because it did come to a head, obviously. And then I ended up in the psych ward, and I got arrested.
Yeah.
And it was just not.
You're just checking the boxes, bro.
Dude,
You're just checking the boxes.
Dude, that was the next 3 days. That was in the middle of May.
Yeah.
OD'd.
Yeah.
So then you go to the hospital, and then you go to the psych ward, which, by the way, you get to the psych ward, guys, and you're just like, what do I got to do to get out of the psych ward? Because it's like, it's worse than jail,
This
honestly.
isn't a party, yeah.
And then I get home. This is the best. I get home. My mom takes me home, right? No one's having a great day, right? No one's having the best day.
No.
And I get home, and I see, like, Cuyahoga County come across my phone, right?
Nice.
And I'm thinking it's, like, somebody checking up on me. You know what I mean? And it's not. It's the police. They're like, we have a warrant for your arrest in Lakewood.
Just come get me.
I literally was going to say that. And my mom's like, no, I'll go take you.
Yeah.
And so I got booked there because intelligently, I had decided like 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, when I woke up in the morning, after like seeing a picture of my ex and her like new old boyfriend or whatever on Facebook. Just heated, you know, just heated.
That's what I needed.
Just irrationally, that is exactly not what I needed, right? And so I wake up the next morning after a night of party until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to work at 7:30, ready to be late for 15, 30 minutes late.
Right.
And I'd fire off, and I feel terrible I did this now, but I fired off some naked pictures of my ex-girlfriend to her friend's boyfriend. And then you can't do that. And
That's not allowed.
Yeah, no.
In some cultures, that's not okay.
Now it's not allowed.
Yeah.
They have a new law for that, and it was actually the first time Judge Tesneff told me she had seen that in Lakewood. So she was very kind to me, though. But anyways, long story short, probation's what ended up really saving me. So
I just hope that I because I know I had to too. You get to the point where you forgive yourself. Because it is a disease. Now I don't want to be an AA thumper because I'm not.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a meeting in a decade. You know what I mean? And I'm not 100%. I had a drink on the way here.
Yeah.
But, at my age now, I'm, 50 years old. I mean, it's been released from me for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have,
I know it's not released.
It's not.
You know what? I want to get there.
You still feel the monster in you?
Look where I live.
Yeah, I know.
What a terrible choice.
I didn't like that when you told me you lived down here.
Yeah, what a bad choice.
I was like, that's a good choice.
We're moving.
That's where you need
We've
to
been
be.
here for almost 2 years
Where
now.
you living? Down in the flats. Nice job, buddy.
No,
Gotcha.
terrible choice.
Yeah.
But
nice place, though.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Panty dropper.
It's a panty dropper. It's a panty dropper. You know what, though? It's also, but it works the opposite way, too. Because people are like, wow, you're a piece of shit, obviously.
Yeah, you must. Yeah, you're a bad. You live downtown.
100%.
You're never getting a girlfriend.
Oh no!
No.
They're
like, what are you talking about?
Well, that's why
downtown.
I'm moving. So
you can get
the
a
end of
girlfriend?
February. That would be the.
Do you want a girlfriend?
Yeah, I'm there now. Yeah, finally.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have thoughts like that.
Listen, I'm right. Okay. All right. So we just had this conversation with Hope. Why? How long you been single now?
I got divorced in 2015.
Okay. And
I've had people, but I've been single. Legally. I've had, I guess you would call it a girlfriend here and there, but nothing long.
Okay.
A long time.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a reason?
Yeah. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that inherently I'm a little bit of a selfish person. Meaning like I will help if you called me tonight at 3 a.m. and said I need you. I'd be there. I don't mean selfish like that. I like my time, and I don't like the idea of having to be. I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's happiness. Not that I can't make them happy in small spurts, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's happiness. Like, if I go into jerk mode, for a couple days for whatever reason, I don't want to upset somebody else's mental state. So, like, I just feel like I'm best off by myself. I have whatever, people, you know what I mean? But nothing. I just don't feel like I'm built for it. Now, I'll probably walk out of here and meet the love of my life.
I know, which is good.
I'll probably end up like in Vegas tonight getting married.
Yeah.
I'll meet someone.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
What about the sending the naked pics? Is that I can't do that either?
No, you can
about
do
the
it.
Ex-girlfriend?
Listen, dude, you can do it.
Yeah.
You just got to check in for 9 months.
You get the Cuyahoga County number.
You can do it, dude.
Yeah,
you got to check in. What was my probation was 9 months, or 12 months, something like that, and then I had to. The only bitch of it really was checking in to leave the state.
Yeah.
Because anytime I wanted to go to LA, it was like, "Can I go?" And then they could be like,
"Yeah." No, man.
They're pretty cool with me.
I just don't know. Like I said, I'm not against it. I see people that are in relationships and are seemingly happy. I don't necessarily understand.
I think that the problem is right now is that women are more looking for people with money and people that can give them that temporary happiness. And they're really not looking for like a real relationship, like to really build something. They want you as a dude.
Could be it, yeah.
They want They want you to have a house ready to go.
Yeah, and I get that. That's okay. And but like,
yeah, but Shawn, these bitches don't have anything else to offer. Most of them, like 80% of these girls have nothing to offer.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know.
I'm not going to say no offense.
Some of them do.
Gonna...
I just don't have, I don't know. I don't really like have here's probably the real reason is this, because I don't have the time or energy. I won't spend the time or energy to get through the facade that you put up for the first 90 days. And then I find out you're somebody different than you proposed to me in the beginning, like, or that you presented yourself to be. I don't like that. I don't like finding out like, oh, you were just acting like that. Like, I don't, really, we don't have that in common, or, it wasn't genuine. I don't like that. Like, I get let down by people when I find out they're fake. So, and today it just seems like everybody's putting on a facade, like a face, for social media or whatever. And
right.
I don't do fake really good, So, like I said, I mean, I don't want to die like by myself in my house, but I'm cool if I do. I mean, I would rather
have somebody.
It would be cool sometimes to come home and talk to somebody, but sometimes it'd be like, dude, if anybody else was here right now and tried to talk to me about my day, I'd be like,
You know what I think's happened to you is the same thing that's happened to me. Has started to happen to me. This is what I think's happening. I think that we get so complacent, like we're just like so within ourselves and in our ways.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Where we're just like, we don't want that extra. Like, dude, I wake up in the morning here, and sometimes I want to tackle the world, and other times I just want to lay in bed and not talk to anybody.
100%.
And I feel like if I had a girlfriend, she'd be like, "Let's go to brunch," and I would just be like, "Fucking no." That's
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't want
DoorDash.
to.
What are you talking about?
That's the kind of stuff.
It's all good. I mean, it is what it is. If it's meant to be, it'll happen.
Well, I wish the best for you on that, and I think you will. So, everybody, if you guys are looking for love,
no,
we're gonna do it. No, we should do that. We should do a dating. This is perfect. This is a fucking great idea.
What?
I'm full of good ideas. This is the
give
best,
it to me,
this is
dude.
the best idea.
I'm in.
I've literally had this is the best idea I've had all week. It's only Tuesday. I have a lot of good ideas. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
We have a dating show with you,
okay,
as the Bachelor, right? And we bring in our wonderful host, Hope. Shout out, Hope.
Anything with Hope is going to work. Hope's a star. It's just a matter of time.
And then we're going to bring in some singles, right? And Hope and I will choose the singles. You have zero to do with the singles, right?
Excellent, yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna not let you see them. That's
Okay.
the one thing.
Okay.
And there's going to be a variation of these women. There's going to be very fat women. There's going to be really cute, skinny women.
Okay.
There's going to be a couple, blacks in there. You might have a couple Mexicans.
Yeah.
There's going to be some things going on.
Can we get to the baby? We're in the pregnancy right now. Like, what's the end game? You got me excited, I'll be honest. So
we're trying to find you love, dude.
Oh, no, I'm good.
What do you mean?
I don't know here.
That's the end game.
I'll be honest. I am not sure I understand how to do that. Love. I really don't know if I do.
I think you do. I just don't think you found the right
I know how
person
to
to do
care.
it with.
I know how to care.
Yeah.
Like, even friends. Like, I mean, I'm a great friend. I am a great friend. Like, I'm a good friend. Like, I'm there, what you need, whatever you need. But I am not a good boyfriend or a good partner. I'm just really not. I suck at it.
What do you think you could do truly? I know you've been asked this before, but what do you truly think you could do to be a better partner? Like, if you found the love of your life right now, because people change when they want to change. Would you agree with that?
I disagree somewhat. I think people change when that person comes. You just naturally change because you're emotionally led to do whatever makes that work. But until you find that person, I don't know. I don't like this topic.
See, I'm too big of
I'm getting a little down on myself now because I feel like a failure. Like,
no, you're not a failure.
I can't love. Like,
no, welcome.
What human can't love?
Me. So here's the deal. I'm right there with you, though. But, I mean, I feel that, too, because after a while, there is that numb space you sit in where you want to be, like, you go on a date. You want to be here with this person.
Yeah.
You like this person. You've had a couple, like, fantasies about how cool this person would be.
Yeah.
Then you go out with this person.
Yeah.
And all you give a fuck about is the drink in front of you. Or all you give a fuck about is leaving there or not being, like, you just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a different world though, Raj. Today, it's a different world. Like, there have been girls, I will be honest, and there have been girls that I've been drawn to, that I've known, and I've been drawn to them, and I'm like, all right, well, let's see where this goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're weirder than us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, they're weirder than us. You know what I mean? Back in the day, like, it was like. The guy was the jerk. You'd usually like disappear and not call him for a couple weeks. Now it's them. You know, so and
They've got options.
It's different, and I like that for them. Good for them. They don't feel like they have to find a man, have a man, be tied or identified by a man. I think that's awesome.
But that's not what's happening.
I don't know what it is.
That's usually what's happening, especially down here. That's really what's happening.
What is that? What'd you just do? Yeah, like they just got all kinds of rosters.
Just huge dick sucking contests all the time. With these girls, I'm not kidding you. They're all ran through. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying a lot of them.
It does seem like they're I don't know. This is Can I go home? I don't want to talk about.
You can't. This. But we know you're single, and listen, guys, DM me, DM Go For Real 216. You're looking for a hot date.
Well, here's the thing.
There are some pre-qualifications.
One more thing on that. Like I get thrown at me all the time on TikTok.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it's not because I'm, Brad Pitt.
Right.
Whatever. They saw something in my videos that they like or think is cute or attractive and whatever. I get it thrown at me.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with having a little roster in every state. I've got a fucking solid lineup in a couple states.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Because you're a traveling man. So we're going to dive into that now.
Yeah, let's
talk about this. So
yeah.
You, when I first had met you, you had already been doing this, but you'd started a TikTok. Mm-hmm. And you'd started doing cool videos at work.
Yeah.
Kind of filming what you're doing, working through the deals, whatever it might be. Even, answering questions, whatever it was. Kind of just day-to-day stuff in the car business because...
Behind the scenes.
For those of us that have been in the car, that haven't been in the car business... every situation, whether it's service or sales, I mean, it could be different all the time, right? I mean, you never know who you're going to get. But you started this TikTok, man. It took off, and then I obviously lost contact with you. But what did you do, I mean, after you had originally left working with Derek and them?
So Derek sold Auto World Mitsubishi, which was our store in 2023, March of 2023.
Right.
And then after that, I didn't even know if I was going to go back to work because I was making a lot of money on social media. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't even really need to work.
It didn't even matter to you.
Not that I was a millionaire at that point. I wasn't. But it was like, I knew I didn't have to work. I could make videos and do brand deals with brand partners that, I still do. And that was enough for me, like, to make a good living. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, so I was like, let me just chill. And then a couple of my buddies would call. Like, one buddy called and said, hey, I got this store. Can you come help me fix it? So I'd go work there for like 6 months and try to help them turn it around and then leave, you know what I mean, and go do something else. The thing about me is I do what I want to do. Like, if a guy has a store, it could be the worst kind of store or looking store in the world, but if my friend calls me and says, hey, I need help with my store and I'm drawn to do it, I'm going to do it. I don't care what people think, so I'll go just help a guy or try things for a while and, then go do something else. So I don't, so I kind of did that. I helped a couple different buddies that own dealerships and helped them, got turned around. The last one was a Jeep store here actually in Willoughby. And when I went back there, they were selling 40 cars a month. And by the time I left, we were selling 120 cars a month.
God damn.
And that was in like 6 to 9 months. So we turned it around. So that was good. And I like the turnaround. I like the build.
You like the in and out.
Yeah, I like the fix.
I do too.
I like this is broke. This is how we fix it. I'm a big culture guy. I love to build great cultures, where it's fun. Remember Auto World? That was a fun place to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I love to build cultures and give people a good, safe, fun place to work and kind of be themselves and make a good living. And that excites me. And so that's kind of what I did. I bounced around a little bit, helped a few guys, but really between brand deals with companies and, TikTok and Instagram and everything else, whatever, paying me just for making videos, I haven't really had to work.
Yeah.
Ever. I just do. I
but
still
you
work because I still love the business.
Finally. Yeah. I mean, that's the big thing for you, I think.
I still love it.
But I think you're the perfect guy to be doing actually like the true sales training because I've worked with you enough to know where, the one thing I loved about working with you, I think, was you made me think, right? And you made me think before I came to you. Does that make sense? Because and it wasn't always intentional or like it wasn't. I don't want to say not intentional. It was definitely intentional. It was not. Made to like make you look stupid.
No,
it was just simply like you're smarter than that. You need. Why would you not? Why would you come up here and ask that? You already know the answer.
I remember you doing that.
Yeah.
And me being like, Roger, you don't need to ask me that.
You know that.
You know that.
Yeah. And so I took that with me. Definitely something I learned from you in there because that's so important to be able to lock in, make those decisions, and then when you do have to ask a question, especially to somebody that's busy like that, working deals, it's like, all right, cool. Like, this is it. This is what we got. Solutions in there.
Yeah.
If you don't like the solution, well, then that's on you to figure it out.
Well, a lot of people, like you were in that spot. You know, I thought you were very capable. I knew you were smart. I knew that you were maybe not in the best place, but I knew that you were talented. And sometimes those people just need some confidence shot into them.
Yeah.
And that's why I would say to you, like, Roger, you know this.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Why are you up here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you like Mike Dorncott. You remember
Yeah,
Mike?
love Mike.
You remember Mike?
Love Mike.
He just needed a shot of confidence. All I had to do to that guy was just give him a shot of confidence. I just had to, you know what I mean?
What a story he's got.
Oh, dude.
What a fucking story.
He's
fucking good dude. Just
dude.
I'll tell you what, I'll never forget hearing his story, but when I did, I was just like, you'd have never known. I'd have never fucking known.
Yeah.
Never fucking known. Because I just knew Mike the way he was.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good dude.
Shout out Mike. But, all right, so you're doing that, and then I saw you traveling. I saw you at a Honda store. Mm-hmm. What was that?
Oh, so that's one of those things. So I'm sitting there not really thinking about going back to work, and we go up to Chicago for the grand opening of the world's largest Honda store, right? So we go up there. I end up talking to the general manager, and he ends up recruiting me to come work at the store in Chicago. And I've never really lived anywhere but Cleveland, and I gave it a lot of thought, but it was presented as a monster opportunity, long-term monster opportunity. And so,
aren't they all in the car business, guys?
Right. So I went. I didn't get rid of my house or anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, I went there and like Airbnb and stuff, like, but I went, and as soon as I got there, I realized, wow, this is not what I thought.
Really?
A little bit. And I was a little bit hurt, you know, by it. But so as soon as I realized I missed my kids so bad, so I was like, as soon as I realized it wasn't what I had kind of been told, I was like, I'm leaving. I'm going home.
Yeah.
And I literally got my car, drove home to back home to Cleveland. I probably would have found a way to leave anyways, because it was a mistake. I should have never went because, dude, I missed my kids really bad.
That's the hardest part, though. I mean, I'm gone 2-3 weeks at a time sometimes. One is not bad. I could deal with a week.
One is okay, like 1 week.
But you start hitting 2-3,
yeah,
and you're done.
Well, you miss them, and then you also have like the bad dad guilt. Like, what if something happens? Like, what if something happens and
I know.
I'm not there? Oh my God, I would
yeah, you'd kill yourself.
I wouldn't know what to. Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Where all have you traveled to do your training?
So recently, like I was just in Vegas. I was in Vegas. I was in Nashville. Recently, I'm getting asked to go to a lot of these conferences and speak on seminars and panels and stuff like that about social media and how it helps car dealerships and digital retailing and stuff like that. That's kind of always been my thing, is try to be a little bit forward on what's coming down the pike. So, recently I was in Phoenix, most recently in Arizona, twice, actually. They hired me to come there. I came there for a week, and they asked me to come back again a month later and do it again, which is awesome. So, yeah, man,
there's no greater compliment to your work. When
that made me feel good, and not to be, I'm good at it.
Yeah,
I'm good at it because my heart really is, Roger, and I owe a lot to the car business because I don't know what I would have done had I not found it. Like, I'm not handy. Like, I wasn't going to, be a home builder. Like, I'm not really all that smart. Well, I have, some ADHD stuff, so I'm not, I wasn't going to, do any kind of, research.
You were going to be an engineer anywhere.
Yeah. So I stumbled into the car business, and I was good at it and from the beginning, and you could make a great living. So I'm very grateful to the automotive industry, and that's why I care so much about giving back and trying to help the next guy come up. I think that's what you're supposed to do.
The car business has been great to me, too. It's weird, though.
You're still kind of indirectly, you mess around, don't you, with it a little bit?
I do it here and there, yeah. I've been... My last bout with it, which is really coming to an end right now, was off of a favor. But they ended up calling me back to KDK and asking me to consult. So for a year, I was making a passive $4,000 off of them. And then I was consulting for another guy making $4,000 off him.
Hey,
So-
car guys will pay.
so I was like making $100,000, and I was
Right.
working like no joke, 5 hours a day.
Right.
And then I had all my watch stuff I'm doing. I had
Right.
I had everything else going on. I'm already making my money.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I rode that out for a minute, and then what happened was that it crushed the travel. It crushed the podcast.
Yeah.
And then
I like what you're doing here. I like this.
I appreciate it.
I think this should be your focus.
I love it, and I love the travel portion of it. When the other thing is that
you got some cool people you've met. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, those are real
I got
people
way
up
more.
there.
I got to put some more people up. I got some more.
How many of those are Photoshopped?
No, I swear to God.
There's a couple in there that look a little. Like
I can prove them all, baby. I can prove them all.
like that one right there. Like, No, I'm just kidding.
But it's fun. But we went out to L.A. and when I started this podcast out there, we'd interviewed a movie director, Michael. Is Michael on the wall? I thought I was gonna.
Is that too short?
I don't know who.
This right here. Who's
This one?
Yeah.
That's Sticky Fingers. No, that's Onyx. That's
Oh, get out of here.
That's
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. He's gonna kill me for fucking not knowing it. No, that is Sticky Fingers.
Sticky
It is
that
Sticky
is
Fingers.
yeah.
That is Sticky Fingers.
Oh
Because
my
I
God, I thought it was too short.
I was thinking of that guy. That's Yuck Mouth from I Got Five on
I saw
it.
Yeah, I think I watched that one.
Yeah, that's him.
I think I watched that one.
And then you
got
got
some cool people
Yeah,
up
so
there.
you got some fun ones, man.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
But
I love it.
Yeah, we got some. I've been very fortunate. Shout out Compton Menace, one of my best friends out in L.A. He has hooked me up with some of the craziest shit.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, when we met Snoop, it was like
That's gold right there.
it was just off the wall. Like he goes, "Hey, pull up here in Culver City." No, Playa Vista. And so like it's like 11:30, 12 at night. Everything in LA happens like in the middle of the fucking night, right? So we pull up, and it's all these like West Coast rappers. The guy Slink Johnson that like GTA's based off of.
Get out
like,
of here!
Swear, all these people I'm hanging out with, and it's a movie for Snoop.
Okay.
I'll show you the video on my phone
awesome,
of the
dude.
set. It's a death row thing. It was fucking crazy.
That's super cool.
And
love
just an interesting thing. But when we went out there, we started doing it. But I had Michael Oblowitz. I interviewed. He's a movie director. He made a bunch of shitty Steven Seagal movies, right, Michael? And so I'm gonna clip that.
They're all shitty.
They're all shitty, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
all
all
the Steven Seagal movies are shitty. And I joke about that, but I'm dead serious, and he knows it.
It's terrible acting.
Yeah, they're just. It's.
I
not-
don't even know. I don't know if it was whatever his name is, but like Steven Seagal.
It was probably a combination of both.
Yeah.
And so I met Michael, and then my business partner Mark was like, I want to make this movie, Pen to Penthouse, which is like basically a movie about people that did hard time in prison that are doing really well.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I like it.
And so my boy Jay Sanders, my other buddy, he did 17 years in prison. I guess it was also his idea. They kind of had talked in Dallas
was
about
innocent.
it.
He didn't do it.
Yeah, he didn't do it. He wasn't caught with all that pseudoephedrine hydrochloride for making meth. It wasn't him.
No.
So, but he did 17 years in the feds. And so, anyways, we started like just filming, and Michael got all these people together and all this like great stuff. And now it's going to the San Quentin Film Festival here at the end of October, and
Really?
it's fucking crushing. We got Danny Trejo in it.
No kidding.
We got Jeremy Meeks in it.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw that's super cool, man. I love
So
it.
any of the movie stuff, let me know. I'm happy to hook you up with my friends on that, because I know a bunch of people that are doing some good shit out there, especially out in LA. You know what I mean, some real stuff.
Yeah, Cleveland's not exactly a hotbed of.
Cleveland's full of gatekeepers too. People don't like to get their shit up in Cleveland.
You're right. God, that's true.
Man.
Like people don't want to see other people. I do feel like that that is the vibe a little bit sometimes, that people don't want to see other people. I don't know. Succeed.
It's true.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I do feel that.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a Midwest thing or I don't know, because
it's very odd. I have spent the majority of my time in Nashville.
I'd love it. That's my first time there last week. What a great city,
Dude.
I can never live there.
Dude, me neither.
I could find a wife there.
Oh yeah.
I found about 10 wives there.
Yeah, you could definitely find.
Yeah, no, there was a wife at every.
You got to get off of Broadway though, and it's even better.
How could it be better?
It's way.
You talk about Music Row,
Dude.
That's better than Music Row.
Music Row. I mean, it's kind of by Music Row, but you got to go like Midtown.
Why is it better? Oh, because it's a college town.
No, not that. It's not that at all. It's like anybody. Listen, all the people that are in Nashville that are like singing at the bars and that are like going to the bar. They don't live in Nashville. You want to meet singers and all these country people and do some cool shit
like
with them.
off the beaten path.
They're off the beaten path, bro. I got the keys to the fucking box. My boy Tommy in Nashville.
Yeah.
Anytime you go down there, I'll hook you up. You'll be swimming in pussy. You won't even know what to do with yourself. It's fucking unbelievable. And he's stone cold sober. It's unreal. I did a podcast with him.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
I like Nashville. It was very cool, but I couldn't live there. It was too loud. Everywhere. It was like everywhere we couldn't even talk. We went to like Luke Combs' place and
Yeah.
like, Kid Rock's place, which imagine that, it was loud. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like we couldn't even have a conversation. I was getting frustrated. I'm like, can we go to like Applebee's?
Did you go to Nudies?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Did you go to any of the rooftops?
Yes, we did go to one. Yes,
Yeah.
we did
'Cause
go.
a lot of them have rooftops.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool, but there was a lot of pretty attractive females.
You know-
Can you? Yeah.
Listen,
females.
though, if your wife or girlfriend or fiance particularly is going to Nashville for a bachelorette party,
Yeah.
no, she's not.
Yeah. No.
Bad idea.
No, I mean, let her go. That way she doesn't come back.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the only circumstance in
Yeah.
which I would actually let a girl
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But going back to what I'm saying, if you go to L.A.,
People help each other.
dude, you like people to like film for you or take pictures for you.
Yeah.
You can find people that'll do it for free for the exposure and the experience.
Really?
Dude, in
Now,
here,
see, that's that.
in here, it's funny.
Yeah.
I've had people here that have said, "Hey, I'll go out with you there, and it'll be fucking astronomical." Well, the one guy was like, quoted me $5,000. This is a while ago, and I'm like, "Psh, for what?" You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
What, for what? I mean,
Right.
if I need
To
somebody,
do what? Film content?
just basically like for the week.
Yeah.
But
You're like, I can just have a tracking gimbal with me. I can come home and drop it into an AI
Dude,
platform and then cut it.
I
What
could
do you-
just, I'll put on some meta glasses and walk around. Like
Right.
I can do.
What am I going to give you $5,000 for?
Well, and he takes great pictures, and I'm not hating on that, but it's in no way could I ever make that worth it.
Yeah.
And and that is the one thing about what I do love about Los Angeles is people are like, oh, hey, you do a podcast? I know this person. That's how all this has happened.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just
I always
DMing
wondered
people.
that because you went from working with us and then, I knew you were starting the podcast and I in the beginning, I think it's always a little bit of a, oh my God, I got to, how to get this thing going. But as you've stuck with it, I'm like, that's pretty cool. I wonder how he's gotten connected with some of these people like that I've seen you interviewing and stuff like that. And it must be because, you make a few connections in LA and then it's just kind of like they help you, right?
It's-
I mean, it's
I made
not like that here, I don't think.
it's I'm like I said, I always tell people this. My connections are yours, and because like Compton Menace, where is Menace? I don't even know if Menace is on the wall. Right there in the middle.
Yeah.
And then that's Eazy-E. Of course. So Lil Eazy-E is one of my real good friends, Eazy's son.
Yeah.
But
Is
on
that
the-
him?
On this, no, I don't think he's on this wall. Sorry, Easy.
Ah.
But I did do a podcast with him. But that's BG Knockout, who was on the song "Real Motherfucking G's."
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah,
I love
and
that
his
song.
his brother's Dresta, and
I think I just did a lip sync video. No, I didn't do that one yet. I
but-
did it.
But that's them. That's BG.
You know
and
I have
them.
another account.
Yeah, I can follow them both.
Have you seen it?
Oh, I follow them
where
both.
I do the lip sync
yeah,
stuff?
I follow them both.
I love
Yeah.
doing the old school rap stuff.
Yeah, but those guys right there, because Menace, I'll be like, hey, will you do this for me? Will you do this for me? And I'll
Yeah.
be like, hey, I got this person, and it just shovels them through.
Yeah, see,
and I've
that's
gotten
cool.
all kinds of different people just because of that.
That's awesome.
You
You're
know?
good at this, though. I
No,
can
I
see why
appreciate
they
it.
would want to pass you on because you're
I don't
good at
really
it.
do like controversial. You know what I hate? People want to sit down and be like, oh man, how about this part of your life where you fucked up and you made yourself miserable and all these things? It's like, why do I care about that? You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't. And some people want to talk about it, some don't. But I'm more interested with like stuff
Yeah.
like that you have
Yeah.
going on
Sorry,
here.
we're getting off topic.
Oh, I'm always off topic.
I mean, between us, the ADHD is high
It's a
level.
lot. Hey Russ, can you get us 2 waters, please, bro?
Squirrel.
And yeah, but with your training, what is
Yeah.
how, first of all, how long does it take, or is that
Yeah.
like based on how big the training is?
Yeah, so it's normally like a 3-day workshop. So what'll happen is we'll go to a dealership and spend 3 days there. I have a partner, Robin Wilson. She's kind of like my training partner. She owns a couple different companies. And
Thank you.
thanks, Russ.
Thanks, bro.
And so normally we'll go there, and for the first like half day, it's really explaining and winning over the audience. Because there's going to be, say you got a staff of 10 people. There's a couple guys who are maybe like posting a little bit or, know how to do it. Then there's the group of guys like, I ain't never going to do that. That ain't going to work.
Yep.
And then there's the guys in between, right? So my job is to win over the 80% who are skeptical. So that's usually like the first 3 or 4 hours, honestly, while we're there. And that's given stats like, the fact that 97% of all automotive searches start online and people spend 4.5 hours a day on social media scrolling now, for instance. So why wouldn't you be on that platform, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook? And usually I can give them enough real life statistics that, have some teeth that everybody in the room will go, all right, well, maybe, but I don't want to be on camera, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to mix my personal with my business and this, that, and the other. And so then there's that win over, like this is why you should or at least consider it. Did that just go dead?
No.
Because that's the worst feeling in the world.
It's not dead.
When
it's
you
just
hit
letting
it
me know
and
it's going to
nothing
be
happens.
Dead.
You're like,
oh, I'm stacked up,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, are you really? Yeah, you're loaded. You're loaded up. Yeah, and but then we get into it, man. The cool thing about it is, and I'm not the world's biggest creator. There are many bigger creators in the automotive space, bigger than I am. But there is a science behind it. People think, you just, post a video, or it can happen, you know what I mean? But there's a science behind building a following and building a community and having that personal resonation with another human on their device by making your video in a way that you connect with people. And that's what social media is all about, is just connecting. People are just looking to connect with people. For instance, a podcast like this, somebody who shares life experiences that you have, or whatever, something, you're going to resonate with people. And that's what you're trying to do, is find your tribe, right? So I train people on how to find their tribe and how to resonate with people on social media. And the sales training part of it, my whole thing, to be honest with you, is I guess I would call it I jokingly name it like, don't be a douche, sales training.
Yeah.
Like, don't lie to people, dude.
You don't have to.
Don't lie to people. Just be a good human. Like, ask the right questions, listen to the answers, take into consideration, and look at it like building a friendship and relationship. If you do that, people will buy a car from you if you have the right car.
And
they'll come buy anything from you.
They'll come back.
They'll come back, right? So it's like sell. I guess my tagline is kind of sell without selling. Make amazing content that resonates with people and draws an emotion from them so much that they want to like, share, and follow. Right now they're in your community, and then just deliver your content, whether it's information or education about the business, or make people laugh. If you can do those three together, inform, educate, and make people laugh, you're going to grow a following. You're going to get a follower base, which can translate over into monetizing.
Of course. Do you ever feel like, because you just do a lot of automotive stuff,
yeah,
have you felt like doing anything else? Because, I mean, your creative mind, I'm sure, wanders.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you seem to really know this well, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious, have you thought about maybe venturing out a little bit?
A little bit. And I've had people ask me, like, hey, would you consider, if I gave you the framework, would you consider delivering your message to this industry or that industry? And I've thought about it, but I want to get back to the car business because, again, I don't know what I would have done had I not found it.
Right.
I really don't, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I guess I would have figured it out.
Do you want to sit behind a desk again?
Dude, I miss working deals.
See, I think
I
will say this. I will say this is my one critique.
Yeah.
I miss watching you work deals.
I miss working deals.
I miss watching, and I think I speak for a lot of people because listening, you working deals.
Yeah.
There's nothing. You can't pretend that a deal.
Right.
On a deal. There's no like,
No.
and the reactions are always real.
Yeah.
So I definitely miss that from you.
I miss working deals.
And I remember, and I wish you had your TikTok on for this. You had that fucking pen. The clicker pen. You're like, hey, I'll never forget you being like, hey, dude, can you sign this real quick or whatever you had? I'm like, what the fuck?
I still do
dude,
it. I still,
yeah.
Oh, that one, the one
Yeah,
that shot
that
the electric
shocked
thing.
you.
Yeah. I was like, maybe I can get on him as hangover.
Oh my god, dude! You know,
yeah,
dude,
no,
nothing was waking me up from those hangovers.
I love working deals. I still get to mess around with it here and there a little bit. I do miss that part. So I don't know. I mean, if the right situation came along, but dude, I'm really having fun, bro.
Do you think
like
there's
it.
a market for a car broker to the average person? Not like a high-end broker that is going to, but like somebody where they would say, where you would offer a service, Shawn, and say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm looking to buy a car, and oh, no problem, I'll work the deal for you, all that stuff, and the fee would be this. Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
Well, there's a couple guys out there that are really successful doing that now. One is Billy the Car Kid. That's his social handle, and he's very successful at it. And he charges people, I think it's $800.
It's not bad.
It's really not, because it's more of a convenience thing. First of all, he can probably save you $800 more than you could save on your own, because there is a lot to know and different ways to save money in a car deal. So like the average Joe, he probably saves more, even paying Billy, than he would had he not. But it's a convenience thing, dude. Billy, like these guys, they call around, they harass the dealers, they put up with all the BS, they find the right one, they make sure you're getting a good interest rate. And these are things that a lot of people just don't know. It's amazing to me, like everybody has to buy a car, but how many people know how to properly do it and not get ripped off? It's kind of amazing. And then they get mad at the dealer for making money. It's like, well, wait, you're an adult.
Yeah.
You could have done the research, and you're mad at me?
100%. But the car business is funny like that, because the car business is truly the only place where it's like, what do you think?
Right.
And then it's like,
right.
I can't fuck you there?
Right.
Give me a
Right.
second. I'm going to run back and I'm going to do that.
Well, it's
right?
changing so much now, man. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's not going to be... It's changing so rapidly, the industry. It's finally catching up with other industries. Car business is like 10 years behind.
Yeah.
Most industries. But, yeah, no, to answer your question, yes. There's guys doing... Like Billy, for instance, he does about 100 deals a month.
Yeah, so he's doing pretty good.
There's no overhead.
Yeah.
I mean...
That's literally no overhead. Your cell phone bill.
I mean, does he have overhead? Yeah, like...
I'm sure.
Like, whatever... administrative tools he does with his books with or whatever, and stuff like that.
Nothing. He doesn't have any overhead.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Now he works night and day. He's on TikTok Live all the time. That's where he acquires most of his customers, is TikTok Live. I do think that there's a market for someone to come in a little cheaper, for like the average Joe, but you'd have to do less work too, because you know the car business, as a
Well, if he was good, if he really knows what he's doing, he's probably getting kickbacks from the dealer too, though.
No. He's
Nothing.
a consumer advocate. Not at all. Not at all. That grays it. That grays it
You
up
think
a
so?
little, 100%.
What if you're working with a dealer on a regular basis, though, in addition to the deals?
I don't think you can take money from both ends. Because who do you really work for? You got to be, if you're gonna take a consumer's money to get them the best deal, that can't be contingent on whether or not the
They
dealer.
buy it at that dealer.
No, dude,
that.
it just
I
can't.
get that.
You know what I
Especially if
mean?
it's a flat fee, it's not based
Now,
off
if you
what
want to
you're
be a
doing.
broker who works for dealers, then just don't charge customers. Just get paid from the dealer.
Right.
But getting paid on both sides of it, look, I would be tempted to.
I do sometimes.
I would
get
be
paid on
tempted
both
to.
sides of it. I've gotten paid on both sides of it when I've sold high-end cars.
Yeah.
100%.
I would be tempted to, but if you're going to truly have a business, and you're going to promote yourself as I help the consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
I think I do it more so just when I have the only time I really actually do it is if I have a customer selling a car and I can make both parties happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm getting what I want. All right. You know what I mean? But there's definitely been times, what usually happens is my fee gets argued over.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Right.
Who's going to pay the fee?
Right.
That's usually how it goes.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I
But there's a market.
There is. What about, I got to ask you about this.
Yeah,
And I'm not trying to go into a drama train here, but I got to ask about this.
Let's do it. I love it.
So what about, and I don't really follow a lot of car TikTok, but it does pop up on my feed.
Yeah.
AMG Jared. Mm-hmm. I don't know him. He works at North Olmsted where I used to work, or worked at North Olmsted where I used to work.
Yeah.
He left.
Yeah.
And he seems to be, I don't know this to be any sort of fact, but based on what I'm seeing, seems to be having trouble kind of finding his footing. Right? And I feel like when whatever happened, either way, you make the decision to move on to a TikTok platform, stuff like that. With you, I feel like you had a little bit more of a base and a little bit more of an idea of what you were doing before you left. Do you think that's the difference between your success and you're not grasping for straws for your content and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It is. I'll tell you what. You want to have an ego. You want to get your ego shot. Go from having dealership content and getting 500,000 views every time you hit post to not working in a dealership and trying to find a way to get people to engage after that. Your views go down, everything goes down. So you got to kind of have the stomach for okay, I'm not going to be viral all the time now. Like, I'm just like everybody else. So now I have to find out how to be a good creator.
Right.
And find engaging content and follow all the rules that they were telling you should have followed before, but you didn't have to because you were working car deals and people love to see that. So, like, everything I used to post was 250,000 views. Now TikTok's way different now, too. But
well, TikTok's just in general, you post on TikTok, it does way better than YouTube. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, still, but it's nowhere near the views you used to get now. AMG, I know Jared personally, and we've done some content together, and you know we've become friends.
You can come around here and get shots of Shawn if you want.
I think
just come on
he did catch on. Like, he had one video that did, like, I think it was like 10 million views or something. It was something crazy. So he went from having like 30,000 followers to like over 100, I think. It was literally,
like,
it felt like overnight.
Yeah.
You know, which is cool about TikTok. You can do that. That does happen. I think that he always wanted to be a creator. So, like, for Jared, like, there would be a lot of guys I would say, dude, don't quit your job.
Right.
I encourage Jared. Because I think he would rather be an influencer than a car salesman.
I think so too, and I'm not hating at all. I just think that I feel like I've watched his good content.
Yeah. He's funny,
and
that
he
kid's
is
funny.
He's fucking funny
and creative.
And I like that. This is my best part. This is what I like about him most. He's not ashamed.
He
He'll
is-
fucking try
no,
it, dude.
no.
He'll fucking throw it, dude.
No fear.
No fear.
Yeah.
And that's why I see the content not doing what it was doing.
Did you just take my water back? Did you didn't give my water?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Fuck you and your
I
water.
didn't-
You don't get your water. You're taking pictures now.
I'm drinking that.
You got to look good.
Yeah.
You guys see Shawn's hair?
Man, I'm
That's all
thirsty.
fucked up.
Man, I'm thirsty. But anyways, no, Jared is a good kid. I wish him the best. He really, and you're right, but he is creative. I mean, still now, even though, you know, he's not making in dealership car content, he's way more creative than I would ever. I mean, he's a creative kid. He really is.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff. I think that is the guy that solves that right there.
Yeah.
How to make that car content without the dealer.
Yeah.
That's
It's hard.
That's the guy. Because if you think about it, everybody that's done it, you're lucky though, because you have the skill to train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you
Well,
also
that's what
have
he's doing now.
You also have the passion to train them.
Yeah.
And I'm not hating on that.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. You have a way of addressing things.
Yeah.
And a way of managing.
Yeah.
From just experience.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what
Where
it is,
people are more apt to buy
yeah.
what you're selling.
Yeah,
You know?
they're doing good. I mean, he trains with Russ Flips Whips. He travels and trains with Russ. Russ is an amazing kid. He's a great.
They seem like they're crushing it.
I think they are crushing it. With me, like, it's different because I've owned a store, I've ran stores, I've managed every department. So there's not much about the car dealership business you can't talk to me about or I can't train you on. Those guys are social media experts, good salespeople too. Like Russ was an amazing salesperson.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, but I have a little bit more experience, so I think I can coach on a lot more than they can. But as far as like being a creator, I think they're both better creators than me.
Right.
But they're not better car guys than me.
No.
They're never going to be.
No,
You know what I
definitely
mean?
not.
Like, so, and that's okay.
But that's what I think I like about your content. I think what a lot of people like about your content is it can be fun,
Yeah.
but it can also be informative, like
Yeah.
you talked about.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I mean that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's like this podcast.
Sometimes.
I've seen where you're doing interviews where you're, just being an idiot like me. Like I'm
100%.
an idiot sometimes. But then I've seen you get into serious conversations. And that's when I think you resonate with people, Raj, is when they get to see both sides of you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not this, mean car guy who yells at salespeople all the time. We just saw a video of him helping a customer or, doing the right thing or whatever. Same thing with you. I think showing who you really are, it gives you the best chance of success, I think, in anything social media related.
We've been, I think that social media, I try to use it for what it's best for. I don't put a lot
Pick
of
up chicks.
Sometimes. Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Doesn't
I don't know.
doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I use it for that all the time. DM me, Raj Pods.
Yeah.
And
Slide in your DMs.
slide in my DMs. But you get that. I think the big thing though that I don't like showing, and I'm sure you're the same way. There's some things like when I have my son, like post my son all the time.
Never.
Right, and I just don't like. So people, the interpretation is oh well, he never has his kid, or he's never, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've gotten the same kind of bullshit.
No, not that. But you know what I've gotten on my Gen X page where I do the rap stuff. There's this one guy who every time I go live, he'd be like, "Look, he's always alone." And I go, finally, I'm like, "Yeah, bro, because I like being single."
Yeah,
like. If you want, I'll have 10 girls put in the comments right now that they'd come over if I said come over.
Absolutely.
It's not, trust me, it's by choice I'm here alone. But like, so kind of the same thing. They try to get, right, they try to find, that's that thing we were talking about. They try to find something to hate on you on.
Well, it's always people you know. That's where it comes from. You know, that's but I always get a good giggle out of it. But I try to not do that, and I think that's also a big part of the social media stuff where you're crushing it. I will say I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how far you've come and how much you've done and where you're headed now.
That's really cool, dude.
What do you think is next for you?
I want to continue training and coaching, and I want to see where I can take that. I think there's a real need in the automotive space for somebody to step up and say, really kind of put their stamp on the business as far as transitioning from the old car business to the new car business, and so I'm heavily involved in AI, learning about that and how that can help the customer experience, and all aspects of making it a better transaction for the consumer, which will result in a happier life and career for the salesperson, as long as we have salespeople. You know what I mean? I think there'll be a day where it's a couple guys in a dealership and a couple of little assistants running around, and you won't have a staff full of salespeople.
I was going to ask that question. I'm glad you touched on that. You think so?
The first job to go is finance manager. That one's going to be sooner than later.
Okay.
Because right now, there's the ability to build an agent that can do that job, an AI agent that can do that job, from presenting the products to the customer, signing the documents, sending it to the bank, flipping the title, and getting it funded. That can happen right now.
Yeah, so that's gone.
It's not long.
Gone.
In my opinion, I think that's within 3 years.
Customer service in general has gone to shit, though, in my opinion. I think customer service, I remember back in, I want to even say 2011, 12, 13.
Yeah.
Like, it was the forefront of everything you did.
For sure.
And now, not that it's not now, not that it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of it nowadays is like, getting customers, y'all motherfuckers are mean, dude. Like, some of you guys are mean, bro.
Well, dude, it's the car business, right?
Yeah.
So, like, they hate us to start with. You know what I mean? Just because of what we do. You know what I mean? We're car people or whatever. So there's that stigma. And I want to continue to train salespeople on how to overcome that stigma, be different than that stigma, and use social media, organic social media, to resonate with people, because I don't like these third-party sites that are out there. They charge dealers all this money to be on these sites. And if you sell your car the cheapest, you get a click on SRP, BDP it's called.
Yeah.
And I think that that's terrible for the dealer, that they have to do that just to get activity on their car. When a guy like yourself, if you're working at a dealership, you can make a video, just being you, talking about the industry or a car or whatever, and somebody resonate with you and go, I'd like to buy it from
it brings
him.
it back to what it used to be in a way, actually, because it really used to be. I remember when I first started in the business, I was told if you can make a friend, you can sell a car or something to that effect. There's something to be like,
something like that.
You know what I mean? Make them like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I could pretend for at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it was like, but that was part of the car business.
At least 3 hours.
At least 3 hours. But that's like part of the car business, because it does teach you, and like this is gonna like totally be a narcissistic comment, but it teaches you to be whoever you need to be.
A chameleon.
In a way.
Sure.
Yeah.
You got to adapt.
You got to adapt, because you don't know. You might get, you don't know.
You don't know. You don't know, and you do have to adapt. And see, that's where I think the change needs to come, is instead of adapting, right, to your audience, just be you, and use social to put that out there and let them find you.
Does it
make sense?
It's ever since I adopted that, which was a couple years ago, my life has improved times a million.
Doesn't it? Will.
And it really has in every aspect.
You can't,
because there's no reason to, and that's a big part of why getting out of the car business was, I think, important for me for a while.
Yeah.
because I wasn't put in situations where I felt like I had to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I got back into the business, I really wasn't working with customers.
Right.
So it was like, oh, well, you're just, okay, now I feel, so then, you know, when I did start working with customers over the last like 8 months or so, I was like, all right, like I'm just
Now
me
you're just you.
I don't have to,
Right.
you know, and I look back and I'm like, man, I sold a lot of cars when I was selling cars, or I was good at service or whatever.
Right.
You know, I was never a bill I was afraid of, but it was like, it probably wasn't the best approach.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, when you're yourself, that's when I think a lot of people find their success. And I think you're experiencing that. Coming into your own and being able to now be you, you know, with a little clarity, and it's okay to be me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and not having to hide behind a mask, which we did for a lot of years in addiction. Let's
100%.
face it. You know, it does. That's when I think a lot of people find their success, is when they can finally be comfortable with themselves. And look, you don't want to buy anything from me? Great.
Yeah.
You want to go grab a beer?
Yeah.
I don't buy anything
It's
from
the
me.
best though when
I
you
don't
get
care.
that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
And that's even right there. That's like a great way to get their guard down, anyways. Because I've noticed that too. With if you treat people right, they will come back. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They'll come back as long as you're not. But man, I mean, it's just a totally different business now. And part of me loves hearing about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's another part of me that's like, I'm so fucking glad.
Yeah.
I'm not working at a dealer anymore.
Yeah, it is a rough way to make a living, because there's so many dealers that are still stuck in their old ways. If they all adopted today's, you know, mindset that's out there for successful dealers, it wouldn't be so bad for the employees. But it's because you still have dealers running around acting like it's 1980 and 1990 still, making it hard on their people, that, you know, we lose good people that get out of the business because they don't want to put up with the BS.
No, they don't want to do it.
Because why? Because I can just go on TikTok and make some videos or do a podcast and figure out how to get by.
That's it. That's all you got to do. That's literally
Right.
But
Like,
that's why for me, it's like,
no.
I'm not getting up at 8 a.m. anymore unless it's on my own accord.
Right.
Right. I'm not getting up to go here and to be told when I can go to lunch.
No.
And I can't do it anymore.
No.
Well, you know how it is. Once you get that taste too of freedom, you're done. Dude.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah. No.
We're over an hour, so let's do this. We'll wrap up.
Let's wrap it up.
So I finished with all my guests with this question.
Okay.
On a scale of, well, first of all, let's do this. Is there anything you want to talk about that we haven't talked about?
No, can we edit the part where I admitted that I don't know how to love and I'll never have a
Yeah,
girlfriend?
we can edit anything out you want to
No, I'm
edit
just
out.
kidding. I don't
You
put
want
it in there.
We're going to put it in there because we're going to find your girlfriend. We're going to start this game show
please
soon,
don't.
too.
Please don't.
This is a
I'm
game
going to
show.
let her down.
I
promise
excited.
you.
I'm so excited for this game show. And you guys can tune in for more details because it's going to be coming up. So, but I finished with everybody's podcast with, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy would you consider yourself to be? And if it's not a 10, what do you think you could do to get yourself closer to a 10?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy right now. I would say this is probably the happiest I've been in maybe ever. I mean, I'm a pretty happy person internally. Everything's not perfect, but that's a me thing. You know, that's me always wanting what I don't have when I am blessed enough to have what a lot of people would want. You know, just having a pretty good life. You know what I mean? And doing what I love to do. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I feel like I'm a good strong 8.5.
Yeah, I believe that.
Is that
I believe
good?
that. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Because I get a variety of answers.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
You ever get anybody who's like 2?
Oh, yeah.
Do you send them to the ER?
Yeah, like some people are like,
Like, you do a well check on
there's
them?
like sometimes like, and I don't mean to call him out, but I'm gonna call him out.
Oh, God.
Zach Ass from Jackass, one of my good buddies, and he's just I love him. I don't know where he is. He's here somewhere. He's huge.
We got to Photoshop him in there.
I don't know I don't know if he's on the wall. He might not be on the wall. Oh yeah, he's right there. He's hanging barely.
Oh,
That's him with my son
okay. Oh,
when he was here. I flew him into Cleveland. I flew him up here.
nice.
Yeah, he went to Forward.
He's a
with me.
2
Yeah, he was.
in happiness?
He was a 2 when we did the pod, and.
That sucks.
But you get sometimes like stuff like that. Like that's the reason why. Or, like I'm not comfortable in my skin. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or like you'll get people that tell you they're a 10, and it's like there's no way.
Yeah.
You know, there's no
you're
fucking.
You're not 10. Yeah.
You know, I love my life. Everything. It's like no, it's not. Come on. You know.
We're not on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
And you see 8.5 is like a legit answer. Like, hey, I'm pretty happy right now.
I'm pretty happy, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm blessed. You know, I'm 52 years old. You know what I mean? I don't have any major medical issues. You know what I mean? I have in the past, but I'm pretty healthy now. I live by myself. I see my kids. My kids are 15 and 17. I see them every weekend from Friday to Sunday.
That's awesome.
They ignore me. The only time I see them is when the DoorDash shows up. Other than that, they're up on their computer. And you know what? I don't force them to spend time with me or do anything.
Yeah.
Like I want them to find their own way.
Well, they're that age anyways. They don't want nothing to do with you.
Zero.
Yeah, it's that age.
I'm TikTok famous.
Yeah, they don't give.
They're like, I don't care.
Yeah, they're not.
I'm
Not
like,
only do they not care, they're probably embarrassed by it.
Dad, will you stop making the rap videos, Dad? So you know what I do? I do them when they're over. I do it. Yeah.
Dude. So listen, I will say this: I got Lil Easy coming up here in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I'll call you because you guys got to do a video together.
100%.
Yeah, I'll call you.
I got bars.
I was just texting with him the other day. He texted me. He's like, "Yo, I want to do like a meet and greet or something in Cleveland." I was like, "I could set that up all day."
Oh, for sure.
So he'll come up here. And he'll probably he'll bring Yellow with him, DJ Yellow.
Really?
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Yellow will come
Even
with
if
him.
Yellow makes it a cappella.
Yeah, no, Yellow will be up here, and then
Yellow boy.
I don't know. I keep talking to a Menace, and I've thought about doing just like what I really want to do is
What?
A West Coast. I know all these West Coast rappers.
Okay.
All these guys,
Okay.
and so I'd love to do a West Coast rap show out here. Like bring Sticky Fingers and Onyx out here. Bring BG Knockout.
Would you? Okay, so I'm going to test your LA theory right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I know we're running over, but I'm going to test your LA theory right now. So, who's the most famous rapper that you I know that obviously Snoop is the most, but like who's the one that you got him in your phone, you got his contact, like if you text him, he texts you back within 72 hours. Is it the Onyx guy? Is it one of those guys?
Directly.
Like if you message the Onyx guy right now.
Yeah,
do you know how to get a hold of him?
For sure. I have everybody. So like everybody I have their phone number. I have everybody's phone number.
Oh.
Everybody, because it's like I have to talk to them before. People want to know what it's about. Because a lot of it, you got to remember, I'm working off favors.
Yeah.
So people are like, "Who are you?" And then
right.
when you're a guy with like 5,500, 6,000 followers or whatever, and you're and then you got. You're going to do a rapper that's got 250,000 or a comedian that's got a fuck ton or I don't know. Like Compton Menace did a lot of stuff with he did a music video with Chris Brown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Menace is real big.
Because I want to ride your coattails right now. What I'm saying is I want to do a rap video, my lip sync, and I want to do. And it's saved in my favorite, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Onyx. Slam.
Oh, I could definitely hook you up with Sticky Fingers.
I want him to duet me or something.
Oh, he would fuck with that.
We need his TikTok.
I'll if he has a TikTok, I'm happy to hook that up. Because there's a couple people like you could, and then you got. Well, I did Big Homie CC. That one did real well.
Yeah.
This is Malik Youssef. He writes all Kanye's music.
Yeah, I know who. Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, so probably Malik. Probably from like a standpoint of like Malik.
Yeah, but more people know.
I mean, yeah.
Like from my generation.
It's hard, man. I know, like
that guy's from my generation.
Yeah. It's weird though too, because I did a podcast in Compton. Here's what's weird about LA: is you'll go to Los Angeles and you'll meet one person, and there'll be all these other people. Like, so we did a podcast with at a Pyru cookout, right? So we went all with the Fruittown Pyrus to Gonzalez Park in the middle of Compton. We sat down, we did a podcast.
That's awesome.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Right. And so we did that, and then you meet everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody that's from the hood, everybody that's been. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But what's crazier than that is it's like pulling up to like a park, a residential park.
Yeah.
With all you and 300 of your best friends, and having a raging party, smoking, drinking, kids running around, whatever you could possibly think. That's what's going on. Literally a barbecue.
It's a cookout.
And so, but with them, like I said, the gatekeeping thing, they're happy to help.
Yeah.
We went and rode horses in Compton with the Compton Cowboys.
Yeah.
We were riding horses in the middle of Compton.
That's awesome.
So it's like that's why I say, like, for you to go out there, man, it's just like
I would love to go to.
It's anytime. I'd love to have you out there. It's such a different experience.
I'd go with you.
We would have a blast.
I'd go with
we
you.
would have such a blast.
Yeah.
And I'd say Menace is probably, as far as that. I don't know. Lil Easy though is up there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do that song.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah,
I'll hit him up tonight.
Yeah,
I will. I'll text
awesome.
him tonight. Yeah, that's no problem.
This has been awesome, dude. Thank you.
No, I appreciate you coming, man. Seriously,
fun.
we'll keep knocking out some podcasts. I like talking with you. Yeah. You're fun to talk to.
I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it.
This is good stuff.
I appreciate it.
Come a long way.
Well, you're the man. Hey, everybody, follow Goat for Real 216. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Yep. Facebook, yep.
And then and Facebook, and then go to goforreal216.com and hit up Shawn. He's got a bunch of great content. And then if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Links are below, and follow and subscribe, and we appreciate you guys.
Yep. Thanks, man.